here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Costello. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, Wahoo! Yeah! Check 31, check 31. Look, squeeze. Check 20. Snap.
Operating from the gun, Costello. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Second turn, defense, let's go. Watch 36 to Mike. Watch the run. SOS.
Throwing again. Costello. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Costello. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Let's go now. Hey, Foxtrot, 30 base.
Off play action. Costello. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Costello. He finds his man Johnson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Check, 59. Go.
Back to throw. Costello. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Costello. Flush to his right. Anderson a first down and more. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 63 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Now here's Pollard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has helped. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
65, 65, 65. Kill. General, flash.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. Here we go. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Exit. Here we go, D. Here I come again. And go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Yo.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Hell of a throw.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. And This is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline. And talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and taken, just 1 yards on the punt there. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 91 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. 3rd down here.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On 1st down, Costello escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Line 36.
Off the play fake. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. 2nd and long. And the catch made by Johnson. A gain there of 21 yards.
Number 16. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Jets.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
36 to Mike. I got you.
Looking to throw. Costello. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Bravo. Get it.
The final shot before break. Costello looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's stop.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, dude. Go. 36 to Mike. All day, baby. All day, baby. Mike, dude.
Throwing again. Costello. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 out clock. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 66.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Alpha. Check tight. Check tight.
Here we go on second and 12. Open here, Adam Thielen. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 50-10 Tucson. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. He's coming. The blue dog quarters. Blue dog quarters. There go.
On first down, Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, 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 hey. Sure. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Let's go.
On third down, Penny. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen. And I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Exit.
2nd and 5. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the...
Anderson loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Operating from the gun. Costello into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 26, check 26.
5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Vikings 32-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check 9, check 9.
2nd and 9 now. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. He's got daylight. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Let's make these babies cry all the way, man. H3-2-18. Chopper, chopper.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Pollard again, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Vikings 42, Jets 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Flushed out right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Run for Pollard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
80 weapon. Switch gears. Out.
2nd and 13. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Back to throw. Costello. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Costello, flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Yeah, he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Crunch time, defense.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Minnesota, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall for the first time this season after